welcome to the March 2nd Hemp Show powered by CannTrade. My name is Mark Rastelli. I'm the CEO of CannTrade and the host of the Hemp Show. Joining us next on the Hemp Show is Kim Price, the Director of Sales and Marketing for Grassroots Essential Products. Kim has worked as a consultant for both direct consumer and retail sales and marketing programs over the past 25 years, launching small company brands and helping large companies rebrand. Her experience with both offline and online marketing includes social media, SEO, SEM, digital banner ad campaigns, as well as securing key opinion leaders while being instrumental in brand building for all of her clients. Thank you very much for joining us today, Kim, and welcome to the Hemp Show.
Thank you, Mark. I'm so excited to be here. And I did want to give a shout out to Joanna and Stacy because they brought up some very important things that we as Grassroots Essential Products Inc. has faced in the retail world, in the direct-to-consumer world. And so we understand all of those challenges, with the laws and the regulations. And according to one of my really solid contacts, having worked with a major company out of New York, is that he's a, on the ground FDA, FTC lawyer. And the whole pandemic kind of sidelined how they were going to roll out the CBD market and approve things across the board on a national scale. So I don't know, hopefully we'll get there. They have to focus on some other things I know we can all appreciate, but no, big shout out to what they brought up and the challenges that they face.
Right. And these are challenges, everybody that's been in this space has faced. When we first tried to incorporate CannTrade, we got turned down by the business or the entity that was going to help us file. We've had multiple Instagram accounts shut down for absolutely no reason. These are just minor things, right? Let alone everybody having their merchant process pulled out from under them, every few months, or if somebody gets cold feet. So it's just it's wild. We're all fighting. We're all basically battling, this driving uphill. We're going uphill on this. So where I think at some point in the near future, we're going to be over that hump.
I know. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. As you know, we've talked. We're working with Alibaba that's doing a big push of sourcing CBD products. So to the other presenters, you might want to check them out. We're still kind of surfing the waters. Mm-hmm. It's a little bit different because it's so international and you don't know what the international laws are. So we're being very cautious, but we're very excited. So I think we're feeling good about it.
And as I mentioned to you, it's important definitely to tread lightly, considering Alibaba is a Chinese monstrous Chinese corporation, yes. And there's only one province in China that even legally allows hemp to be grown, and cannabis in general is against the law. So you can go to jail out there. And I find it interesting when an entire entity / country would support an industry that they don't support in their homeland. But at the same time, we're kind of doing it in the US as well. So it is what it is.
That's why we're so excited to be a part of CannTrade. And I was so happy to find you guys and be a part of your last episode, which was in early February. And I got to observe and watch and listen to the speakers. These speakers today, again, sharing the same commitment that we all do to very solid products. And a shout out to Joanna, because I have sensitive skin. I have hemochromatosis, which is something similar to lupus. So I have some issues and some allergies and some things. So I totally appreciate that, which is why the founder of our company, Sherry Mead, who was a veteran of third generation, her family served in the Army, her grandparents, her father, her ex-husband. It's a very strong veteran family. And then, of course, she served at, the Space Center in Cocoa Beach.
And she is legitimately a rocket scientist.
Well, she doesn't like called that per se because she thinks it sounds over the top. It's more like a rocket technician, because she's the one that makes sure everything's all working correctly.
Okay. We could call her. I had a football coach once who would yell at us and say, "This isn't rocket surgery." So maybe we
Yeah.
can call her a rocket surgeon.
Okay. I like that.
I kind of like that one too.
I know. I like that. But yeah, so she had a very strong background, and the whole reason why our company was founded, and you can kind of see the banner behind me. I'll duck a little bit. That's our Alleviate kit. We made that for a trade show we're going to be attending. But is that she had a mother that was dealing with rheumatoid arthritis, osteoarthritis, and other ailments in her later stages of life. And she started investigating while she was making artisanal soaps. She said, wow, what can I do to help my mom have some relief? And it was a big passion of hers to make something that could help her. So she started looking at bath bombs, at topicals, at MCT oils with CBD, with gummies, and the whole gamut. But she didn't really get it pulled off because she still had a full-time job in Cocoa Beach at the Space Center. And she didn't, get the chance to really provide that kind of relief to her mom. But she kept the mission going, and no pun intended. She kept the mission going.
Just kept
We're
it,
gonna
kept it,
launch. We're gonna
kept
go
it cruising
7 months to
along.
Mars. But yeah, so it was a big passion of hers. So when I found her, after having worked with some companies in California in the more cannabis space and the dispensaries and so forth, and trying to market direct to consumers, was that, the CBD space for me was perfect because it gives me so much relief, and it gives me, a sense of calm and everything like that, which is why we call our kit Alleviate. And that's a big thing that we're trying to kind of push out there with our brand new packaging. I'll show you that right here. We're pretty excited about it, and the products inside, which I'll get to. But if do you
Excellent.
have
Well,
any
that
other?
was going to be my next question, was
Oh,
a few
okay.
things. First off, it was going to be, what type of infusion do you use? So, what's the raw ingredient? Is it broad spectrum, full spectrum? And then, if you could dive specifically into the products that are in the Alleviate kit, I'd love to know more.
So we do the CBD isolate. We don't have any THC, so we're derived from the hemp plant. But we are investigating the broad and full spectrum. So she's working with that now because she did just recently retire after her amazing 30 years in the business. So she's got a lot of time to spend on her science lab. So we're going to look at those things and see where they go. There's, certain things you have to be careful with as far as temperatures and creating certain things, but we're very excited about investigating that.
Excellent, excellent. So at what point did you get involved with Grassroots Essential Products? And I mean, I know you've talked about some of the ailments that you've used the products for. Can you tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, so I was unfortunately misdiagnosed with pancreatic cancer about 2 years ago before the pandemic. And I
Wow.
was then re-diagnosed once I did some research and some digging, because that's the kind of person that I am. And I found out that I actually had hemochromatosis, which is a blood disorder that comes from mostly a Scandinavian background. Apparently, it's very prevalent in that area of the world. And that's what my family comes from. So in any event, long story short, got into the cannabis space through a friend of mine in California and the CBD world, in helping alleviate some of my symptoms, because I didn't want to take any, unnecessary drugs, pharmaceuticals, and things of that nature, because I do have allergies and sensitive, issues, much like Joanna was speaking
Hmm.
to. So then the pandemic hit. And unfortunately, last March at the very end, I did get COVID, and I was not working through the whole summer. And Sherry found me on LinkedIn. So she searched me out. She found my marketing background, the fact that I had cannabis experience, and that I knew the entire manufacturing process from flower to seed to oil to the whole thing. And she hired me, and we're working together and having a great time. She's such a good person. and it's a joy to work with her and the whole family. I mean, her son works there, her ex-husband works there, her husband currently, who's still working at the Space Center, works there. So it's one big happy family, and we're really excited about our products. I mean, she has a real passion.
Very cool. Well, at some point, I'm going to make it out to Florida and meet the whole family. But I got to
Yeah.
say, it definitely goes a long way when you can resonate with the products that you use.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, yeah, it makes a huge difference when you're utilizing them for your own ailments, and ultimately, that's same reason I ended up getting into this space. So, as far as the products go, can we talk about the specific individual products that are
Yes,
within the
absolutely.
Alleviate kit?
So one thing, when you made that mention, we have bath bombs. And the thing that's interesting is you can argue the comment that CBD is not going to technically absorb into your skin when it's mixed with water. But our bath bombs, and you soak in them, I literally have used these with my stepdaughter, and she loves them for that time of the month because she's only 15. So she lives for these bath bombs. So the bath bombs are in the kit. We can do many, many different types of scents and things. But right now we have the eucalyptus spearmint. It's beautiful. It's fabulous.
I just have a quick thought about
Oh,
bath
yeah.
bombs. I'm
Okay.
not one to ever take a bath. So,
Yeah.
bath, I wouldn't necessarily be the buyer of a bath bomb. However, the last bath I took was when I was playing sports, probably like good 12 years ago, ice baths in sports.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
wondering, which was just the thought I had. I'm wondering if there would be a big benefit in adding CBD to ice baths, because the purpose of an ice bath is recovery. So just something I'm going to look into after this.
Well, our owner, Sherry, is actually watching us, and now her mind is blown. So she's coming up with all kinds of ideas because she's such a scientist and an engineer that she's going, wait a minute, I can totally do that.
Well, I mean, for every sports team in the country does baths. They do hot baths and ice
Yep,
baths. So,
exactly.
I mean, right there, that's, like I said, that's the most baths I've ever taken. Besides getting in a spa, I haven't taken a bath since.
Yeah, I know. And when you have a teenage daughter in your life and she's got cramps, it helps. But
Mhm.
yeah, I'm not a huge bath person per se, but these things are one of our hottest selling items. I mean, I'm telling you, it's crazy right now.
Very
So
cool. So
that's a
so
good
yeah, so
thing.
what else is in there?
So
It's like a mystery. It's like a mystery box.
we have our Better Days topical cream that is absolutely perfect for sensitive skin, and it does offer, as we all know, we can't make claims, joint comfort in the areas that you're having issues with. So, like with me, one of the things that happened with my hemochromatosis is that my joints are kind of starting to break down a little bit. So using this on my knees and my elbows and so forth is awesome. And to Joanna's point is that, we're all friends here, we're all family, that a topical cream with CBD in it, an isolate, is that you get that added deeper relief with the other eucalyptus spearmint type of ingredients that will help drive it into your epidermis so that you do get the relief. And
Right.
we
So
have all natural ingredients. We're very organic. We're pet friendly. We have COAs, QR codes. So you can see our QR code is also on our product. And all of that is completely legit. And we do source our CBD out of Colorado as well.
excellent.
Yeah. All right. So then we have our MCT oil. Right now, we're currently presenting the lemon drop flavor because that seemed to be the big winner when we did some taste testing locally here in Florida, and people are really loving it. My mom, who is over 75 years old, I won't date her more than that. She lives in assisted living out in Arizona, and she takes this product and says it has changed her life, and it's something that I take every single day. We actually have and it'll be coming out later, but we do appreciate the world of animals because the oils for animals, and we have a bacon flavor that we're testing.
Ooh.
Oh my God.
I
So,
mean, Adam, our president would love that bacon flavor. It's all he eats is bacon.
alrighty then. And you can take it as a human.
That's awesome.
So if you
But
love bacon flavor.
Adam's gonna pop in. Sorry, Adam. I just saw your name up there, so I
I
had to
mean,
just
I
throw that
do
out
like bacon, but I don't eat, just bacon.
there. He only eats bacon. But no, Kim, this is excellent. We're gonna have to, this 15 minutes goes by really fast. So
Well, I know, but let me show you. So here's our gummies. They're assorted flavors. They're fabulous. So this kit at retail at $125, and it also has our artisanal soap, which is fabulous. It's so yummy. I mean, to get all of these products with CBD isolate infused in them is an amazing price. So back
yeah,
to what even, Stacy and Joanna were talking about, be affordable. You don't need to
right.
charge these exorbitant prices that you see on the internet. It's crazy.
Right. Well, in some cases, I mean, we see people selling like tincture bottles for like $200 a pop, and it only has 500 milligrams of CBD in it. It's like, why is
Yeah,
it $200 a pop? But our 15 minutes is up. It flies by. If you're
I
interested
know.
in connecting with Kim and Grassroots Essential products, please add them to your network on CannTrade. You can also place orders and ask questions directly from the Grassroots Essential Products Wholesale store posted in the webinar chat, also in the CannTrade feed and in the podcast and YouTube show notes. Thank you so much for joining us, Kim.
We're going to do a deep dive, my friend.
We are. Well, we'll get on it. We will.
All right.
We'll have a lot more time, and no clock sitting here counting at me.
You
That I
go.
gotta pay
Go.
attention to. Awesome. Thank you.